Hello and welcome to The Real World. My name's Cameron. Thank you so much for joining us on this very special video we have for you tonight. It is my Star Wars collection. So every movie, every TV series that I own in the galaxy far, far away is going to be covered in this video. Stick around. So May the 4th is upon us, Star Wars fans. May the 4th be with you. This is a fun day that Star Wars fans set aside to celebrate all things Star Wars. And so I decided to go ahead and do a video on all of my Star Wars movies, shows, on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, all the formats, everything I own that's set in this galaxy. It's my favorite fictional universe, has been since I was very young. And so I've enjoyed spending a lot of time in this galaxy far, far away with the books. This is part of my book collection. This isn't all the books, but these are some of the Star Wars books I own. But let's go ahead and jump into the movies and the TV shows. So I'm going to start where it all began with the original trilogy. So I have these DVDs, these special edition DVDs in widescreen, limited edition. These were released, I think, like 2004, right before episode 3 came out, or maybe shortly thereafter. These are the special editions. However, they are 2-disc sets, and the bonus disc is actually the original theatrical cut of Star Wars: A New Hope, as it was later retitled Episode 4. So I do own the final home release of the theatrical editions of these movies, which you can't get anywhere now. I had to get this off of eBay, which is crazy. It was more expensive than I wanted to pay, but it's well worth it because I still own the version that I grew up watching on VHS. I don't have any VHSs anymore, but now I have that version on DVD. It doesn't look great. The quality's not very good, but at least I can watch it. So that's episode 4. Episode 5 is right here. Open it up. This one just has the bonus disc. And I forgot to show you the art on the back too, which is the original poster. Pretty nice. And then, of course, my favorite of the originals, Return of the Jedi. This one's a 2-disc set, but it doesn't have the interior art. So that's what you get when you get them on eBay. You never know what it's going to actually look like. So that's it right there. Those are the original theatrical versions of the original trilogy, which I am so glad that I own. Again, haven't been released since this release on DVD. So hopefully we get an HD version eventually, but not yet. So let's see here. Let's jump into the Blu-ray box set of Star Wars: The Complete Saga. At the time it was complete. It's not complete anymore. It slips out like this. Same artwork on the interior. And this is really nice because the pages here are just super nice. The cardboard, the artwork here is excellent. The discs kind of slip into these little sleeves here. Really like the artwork on all of these. Very nicely done. Just a great box set, one of my favorites because of the artwork and because the picture and sound quality is incredible on all of these. Of course, there are the special editions of the original trilogy. Also, these bonus discs. There's 1, 2, 3 bonus discs, all packed with all kinds of behind-the-scenes featurettes and deleted scenes. This is a little guide to what's on each disc, so you get that there as well. So yeah, really nicely done. This was put out, I want to say around 2010. They all came to high definition for the first time, so I had to nab that as soon as it was available. So that's how I watch the prequels, right? Or if I want to see the originals in high def, which is always nice to have. Next, we're going to jump into, I'm kind of trying to go by era here. So the originals, the prequels. Then we had the Clone Wars era. So the Clone Wars, or should I say Clone Wars, was a animated, what they called a micro series, 5-minute episodes. We would wait a week for a 5-minute episode. This is from Genndy Tartakovsky, who is the creator of Samurai Jack, one of my favorite shows ever. Recently, Primal, great show he does. But yeah, he crafted this action-packed Clone Wars saga, a 2-volume edition, which is really, really well done. And this is the only home release it got, just a DVD release, which is a little disappointing, but you can watch this whole thing in 2 hours. So each volume is 1 hour. These are now on Disney Plus, so that's how I watch them now, because their quality is better than the DVD quality. But I'm glad I still own these, because they do look nice on the shelf, and in case Disney Plus goes kaput or decides to get rid of them, I still got them. So, but yeah, this is how I watched it for a long time. These discs are worn out. I watched this so many times. It's just great. Then, of course, he went back and with Dave Filoni created the Clone Wars 3D computer-generated animated series, starting with this movie, which got a theatrical release. I went and saw it in theaters. Tons of fun. And so I've got the movie here, which introduces us to Ahsoka Tano, who's now getting her own live-action series, played by Rosario Dawson. And then they released this awesome 5-season collector's edition box set. And this thing has every episode of the show. They've got characters on all sides of this really, really nice heavy-duty cardboard box set. It's got this magnetized opening here, which I don't know if you can see, but there's artwork inside there as well. It comes with this episode guide that tells you what's on what disc. Now, this is one of those shows that was released out of order. Just like the movies, the show episodes don't actually line up the way they were released. So there's a chronology you can find online that makes it easy to watch. Seasons 1 through 3 are in this package here. You got Captain Rex and Commander Cody on the front and back. The discs each have character on them, so nice disc art there. That's the first 3 seasons, and then we have Commander Cody on the front here, Captain Rex on the back, and this is seasons 4 and 5. More characters on these discs. Pre Vizsla, my favorite Clone Wars character. And then, of course, the show wasn't over, because the Lost Missions, these were released on Netflix. That show was on Cartoon Network, canceled it after 5 seasons. They had already started production on the 6th season, 13 episodes. Those went to Netflix, eventually went to this Blu-ray set, which was the only place you could get it after it went off Netflix. And then the final season is only available on Disney Plus. They never released that on Blu-ray. So if you want to watch the 7th and final season of the Clone Wars animated series, you have to get Disney Plus, and it is well worth it. Excellent series. Then they jump to Rebels, my personal favorite Star Wars series, Star Wars Rebels. This is an awesome show. Really fun, family friendly, great storytelling, great characters. That's the first season. Here's season 2. Introduce Darth Vader in the 2nd season. Ahsoka comes back into the fold. And then season 3, that's where we focus a little more on Maul coming back, Sabine and the Mandalorians and the Dark Saber, all these things you might have heard from the Mandalorian series on Disney Plus if you're a fan of that. I highly recommend Rebels if you've not seen it, especially for the upcoming Ahsoka show. It's going to be vitally important for the storytelling there moving forward. They're bringing back Sabine and Ezra. We already got a glimpse of Zeb in live action. So all these characters from animation are coming to live action, which is a lot of fun. So as a Rebels fan, this is a great time to be a Rebels fan. If you're not, it's a great time to watch the show. It's also on Disney Plus. You can watch it all right now there. So now we're going to move into the kind of Disney era. This show was on Disney XD. But over to the movies. First, we've actually got Rogue One came out first. So I'll do Rogue One. This is the prequel to Episode 4. What happens right before with the Rebel spies who get the plans to the Death Star. We've now got the new show Andor, which is covering this character played by Diego Luna and how he ended up joining the rebellion. So highly recommend that one. Then, of course, the other kind of standalone spin-off film they did was Solo. And so I've got the Blu-ray of this one as well, the slipcover edition. Same artwork on the inside. Some nice disc art there. I'm a huge fan of Solo. This is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. I'm really into the kind of Star Wars underworld stuff. The criminals, the smugglers, the bounty hunters. You know, Mandalorian is like my favorite show ever because it deals with the kind of that part of Star Wars that I'm more into than the kind of military aspect of Rogue One or the kind of Force, the Jedi and the Sith. I like all of it, but something about the smugglers, the bounty hunters, the kind of Western vibe. That this movie is really a heist film, you know. There's a great like kind of train robbery sequence. There's all these kind of great homages to old Westerns and stuff like that. Then, of course, we're moving into my favorite Star Wars films, controversially, the sequel trilogy. So Force Awakens, released in 2015. I can still vividly remember seeing this in theaters. This is, I think, the Target exclusive edition. The kind of fold out Blu-ray packaging here, where we get all these great character posters, Han, Leia, Rey, Finn. Really nicely done. Really like this packaging, and so yeah, big fan of The Force Awakens. Just a great, reintroduction, revitalization of this franchise, continuation of the story that left off at Return of the Jedi. So that one I'm a big fan of. And then, of course, The Last Jedi, what might be the best Star Wars movie ever made. Yes, I said it. Come at me. It's just a great movie. Really enjoy it. Really enjoy Rian Johnson as a filmmaker. This one, I think, is I can't remember if it's the Target or Walmart version, but it has all these different character cards. So you can have Rey as the cover art. You can have Finn. You can also change it to Poe Dameron. You've got Kylo Ren. You've also got Leia. And of course, the Last Jedi himself, Luke Skywalker. So just a cool set that you can kind of change out the artwork there on that. The slip cover completely comes off. And then you've got the Blu-ray packaging there. The discs inside. It's a 3-disc set. And there's the back cover. So yeah, really like this movie. Really like the packaging they did. A great job with that. And then my personal favorite Star Wars film is The Rise of Skywalker. The Rise of Skywalker ties together the entire Skywalker saga, the 9-film series that's been going on since 1977, and it wraps it up in such a satisfying way. It's so fun, fast-paced, action-packed, great character arcs, great storyline, comes to a conclusion. This is the, I want to say Target exclusive packaging. This is the only film that I own the saga on 4K. This was right when I was getting into 4K, and so I had to pick this up. This comes off. Different artwork inside here with Rey, Kylo Ren on the back. Open it up. We've got Finn, Janna, Poe, Zori. And then there's your 4-disc set. It does have an exclusive DVD with exclusive bonus features. The 4K, the Blu-ray, another bonus disc. Has this great gallery book that shows you all the concept art for each of the characters, and it's a lot of fun. So, excellent box set here. One of my favorites for one of my favorite films. This is a movie I watch all the time. I pop this in the player. The 4K transfer is stunning. You know, JJ shot it on film, and it just looks really, really good. So, highly recommend it if you're a 4K collector. It belongs in your collection. If you're a Star Wars fan, it certainly belongs in your collection as well. All right, folks. Well, that's it. That is the Star Wars movie and TV collection. That's all the Star Wars stuff I own. There are tons of Star Wars movies in the works right now. Can't wait to own all of those in my collection as well. Let us know your favorite Star Wars movie in the comments below. Make sure you share this on social media. We're over 200 subscribers, on our way to 300. So hit subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell so you get notified of all our videos here at The Real World. If you're into physical media, if you're into movies, this is the place for you. We've got a podcast. We've got all kinds of playlists on the channel. Check all those out. You're sure to get a lot out of it. Leave a comment below. Make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified of all our videos. And we'll see you next time right here on The Real World.